Hello, my little weirdos. Um, this evening, I just want to finally get this out. Um, it's a video I didn't want to make. I was waiting till after the election. After the election, I couldn't make it. I finally made it, didn't upload it, deleted it, tried it again. Um, in lieu of the recent election results, I just want to talk to the other countries on this planet. First, especially first to all the countries. I'm sorry half my fellow countrymen are racist, bigoted, ignorant people. Because what happens politically like this in America that changes things, it affects the planet. And with great power comes great responsibility, but apparently the Republicans of America don't believe that anymore. I won't refer to him by his name anymore. I don't want to give him that pleasure. So I will be referring to him as 45, as I have been. Any of his policies, instead of saying so-and-so's policies, I'm going to put it on all Republicans. So I'll say Republicans are calling for martial law. Republicans are calling for, because they're the ones that bolstered him, emboldened him, lied for him, covered for him. And even when they said after the first go around that he should never, the people that sat there like McConnell saying that he shouldn't ever, he should be prosecuted, were the ones lying for him this time around for greed, for their own paychecks, for their own positions. That is the Republican Party. I am not of the Republican Party. I have been a lifelong Democrat progressive. So for the rest of the countries, I am deeply sorry that half my countrymen are such ignorant, racist bigots. And vote. Just so you know, wives are sending husbands divorce papers. People have been uninvited from Thanksgiving and for Christmas. Sorry, my light went out. My computer is my light. They're being dropped. And even the people of color, the Latinos and the Hispanics and the black folks that all voted this time for him, they're all being told by the white MAGAs the day after the election, you're not one of us. We're keeping you as one of us so we can get your vote. But you're black or you're Latino. You're not welcome in our group chats anymore. So if that helps at all for consolation, the people that voted for Trump are being pushed away by the rest of us. You can't live with somebody, you can't stay married to somebody who's voting against your rights. One woman that's divorcing her husband sent divorce papers. He said, but we don't have kids and you can't have kids, so what does it matter? That's not going to affect you. And she was just like, sign the papers, because of that attitude. And half of us, we did everything. I myself take my YouTube channel that was cats and art and my windowsill feeding station, and for the last year and a half or more, I've been doing politics on it as well because of that asshat. So I will only be referring to him as 45. Anything he enacts, I will say Republicans are doing. And after I can't even say the words. After he becomes president again, I will never refer to him as anything other than President Rapist. If they want to put me in jail for that, that's fine. Yeah, an American is saying that. Now, to the other four eyes of the Five Eyes, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, I am even more sorry. Because you guys rely on us for protection. Things are just falling all over the place when I get upset. For protection. And he's not going to do that. It doesn't seem that way. He's intent on not only taking America down, but leaving the planet in ruin. He's a very vengeful, narcissistic man. And before, when the world leaders mocked him like we were, and snubbed him, and Ivanka, when she kept pushing her way in, and the looks that people were giving behind her back, I was like, oh God. She doesn't even know. She's like, yeah, right? So that's... So he's taking his revenge, not just on us for not letting him be president the last time. And I really feel he's taking his revenge out. I worked the polling places. I don't want to sound like they have for the last 4 years, but things were not right. That many bullet ballots only voting for the president and not the innocent. That many, it's not right. There's no way 10 million Democrats just didn't go and vote. There's no way. Because not only me, but every other left-leaning on YouTube, we're saying, do not get comfortable. I know it looks good for us since Kamala came in. Do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. There's no way Democrats didn't vote. There's no way he won all 7 swing states. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's factual. I mean, that's what it looks like, but I don't want to sound like them, but I'm telling you, my gut knows. And when I get that feeling in my gut, something's wrong. And it was there from the time I woke up in the morning after that 16-hour shift, and the results were already there. That's like, no, that's weird too. In my adult lifetime. So I'm not screaming, oh, rigged or anything, but it does seem very strange because he was he said at one point, like 6 weeks before, just before Elon came on the scene, so you know he was talking with him before he officially joined the group. But he was even saying at rallies, I don't even need your first. At first he said, I just need your vote. I don't care anything else. Just vote for me. And then a few weeks later, he's saying, nah, I got all the votes I need. Don't even worry. Don't worry. I got votes. He seemed awful sure. And I even said then, why does he seem so sure? And then Elon, the little tech, with all the tech geniuses, because he's not a genius. All his tech geniuses are. And suddenly it's totally switched. You know, there was hundreds of bomb threats from overseas. First they said China, then some were saying Russia. But they were definitely, and they were all in Democrat-heavy swing states from overseas. I myself am saying, isn't that enough to question the results and maybe do? I mean, seriously. Then Putin immediately afterwards came out and said, all right, I helped Putin. He basically laughing at Trump. Trump thinks he's his friend. Oh, I don't want to say that name. But he basically said, pay up now. I helped you win the elections again. Pay up. Isn't that enough to question the election? I don't understand what's happening. I don't myself. And I live in this freaking country. And I'm one of the people that pays attention to politics. And I don't get it. I don't get it. How are those just not being addressed. Like it just happens every day. Does it happen in your country when you do elections? I mean, do you have other countries calling in bomb threats to only one particular type of I mean, it's insanity that it's not made public that this is being looked at. At any rate, and none of it seems right to me, and that's why it's even bothering me more. But this is just an apology for all my stupid countrymen. I am so sorry. And this is what happens when you let the education system for the last 10 years, who's been on this scene in the last 8 years? He who I will not name. The education system has gone to hell, and they've allowed specifically Christianity to invade everything. The schools, the government. The Constitution says church and state to remain separate. And we have been screaming that. Why things are, I don't know. I say do. I think UK does this. The government gives both parties, this is what you get for all your candidates. That's it. Anybody donates or takes a donation, both of you are in prison. That's it. It's a traitorous thing. Because that would be, messing with elections, and that's a treasonous type of thing. Trying to change your country illegally. And that would eliminate churches and all that donating, all the fossil fuels donating to a particular candidate for Senate or Congress, so they'll make sure they get others to vote for them, and then they get a kickback when it passes. And don't think that there aren't Democrats in the Senate, especially the Congress, fighting like hell. We have Jamie Raskin, and his title is a constitutional scholar. He probably knows more than anybody. He knows the Constitution forwards, backwards, inside out, upside down. And he's fighting. We've got Jasmine Crockett. We've got AOC. We've got a lot of people. Katie Porter in the Senate speaking up about things, but they're within their parameters. And the problem is Democrats are still working in the parameters of a democratic republic. And they're working the Republicans on a king in America with 45 Trump name taking succession, Barron somewhere when he's old enough. I just want you to know that the majority, it was a squeak. It was not a landslide. No matter what you hear, they want to loudly broadcast every second they can. It was a landslide. We get a mandate. It wasn't a landslide. It wasn't a landslide in the slightest. At all. At all. It was a squeaker. It was and I can show you the graphs if you want. I can put them up on YouTube. I got from the Midas Touch. He had a super low margin. Very low. I mean, it was close. I can't make any promises because I don't know. I'd like to say in 4 years we'll be back, because I know he'll pull us out of NATO and all this other stuff. And I'd like to say in 4 years he can't run again, because he can't. He can't. You're only allowed 2 terms. This is his second. Will he try what he did 4 years ago? Probably. He probably will. He's going to try to make laws so he can stay, and it could just be his family governing. with all his hacks and all his cabinet places. So I'd like to say in 4 years, who's ever still standing, he'll be gone for good. He won't be in power again. I can't even promise you that. And that distresses me a lot. A lot. These were things that, as I was growing up, I'm 61. So I was 18 when I was voting. All those years, I've been voting to get the abortion, the freedom to choose. That was in place 50 years. And now I saw it gone again. And that's just one thing. He's starting war with, he wants to start a war with Mexico as soon as he starts. He's starting a war with, he threatened Canada that maybe you'll be the 51st state. I am so sorry. Those of us who voted blue, we tried telling them, we told them and told them and told them, read it. We even read it for them. We even looked it up and showed them the pages and read it with them. And they didn't believe it. And as soon as they got the results, they said, oh, we lied. The secret. Project 2025 is real. They were telling you the truth. We're going to do all they said. You know, on Google search, they said the two things that were searched the most the day after the election was, what is a tariff? How do tariffs work? And can I take my vote? Can I change my vote? Yeah. That's how stupid half of them are in this country. Oh, how America has fallen. So I'm going to wrap this up. Otherwise, I'm just going to start crying again. But from the bottom of my soul to the rest of the countries in this world, this planet, I am sorry. We have such assholes. And they just don't understand. They take their freedoms for granted. So many of them. And again, I am so sorry to the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. 3. You guys hold a special place in my heart because we're supposed to be allies and protectors. And the people of Canada and Australia and the UK and New Zealand are so good. Most of them liked Americans. But I promise you, we're not all like that. And I am seriously distressed. It's even worse than I thought. And I thought I was giving an extra margin. But I don't know how we're going to fix this, but I'm in on the resistance, and I have been. Took me a few days of shock. I didn't really know what to say. And I was really hoping not to have to put this up. But my gut won't leave me alone. I just have to make a public apology to the planet. And not for me. For them, because they don't have the decency. The ones who realize they voted wrong, they don't have the decency to say that. So I'm saying it. I am so sorry, and I hope in 4 years we're all still here, and we can get back the respect that we were just starting to get back. Sorry, guys. Peace out.